Meaning of e-banking. Now what is e-banking? E-banking, we can call it as the internet banking. Now what is internet banking? Banking is all about, it's about the transfer of funds, isn't it? Now if this transfer of funds we are allowed to do by sitting at home without using any cash, without using any check, without using any paper documents, we can just transfer funds through the help of the electronic signals. That is what is actually the internet banking or e-banking. Right? Understood e-banking? Suppose I am sitting at home and I am making payment through a debit card. Or rather, you would understand it better if I make payment using the Paytm app. Then have I made use of any check? Have I made use of any cash? No. I was just sitting at home without touching any cash, without touching any check. Simply through the electronic medium, I am able to make payment or I am able to receive payment. That transfer or that banking is all what is called as the e-banking. So I hope the meaning of e-banking would be very clear to you. Now what are the types of e-banking, or if I say what are the types of methods of digital payment that we can use? So that we are coming to the next topic, that is types of digital payments. So basically, if I count, there are 6 types of, or you can say 6 methods of digital payment. First one is NEFT, NEFT. Then we have about RTGS, number 2. Number 3, we can term it as ATM. Number 4 is a debit card. Number 5 is a credit card. And number 6 is digital cash. So out of these 6 methods, any of the method can be used by us to make our digital payment. Okay? Some of the methods would be known to you, some of them would be unknown. So let's start with the first one. First one, as we can see, is National Electronic Fund Transfer. We also call it as NEFT. National Electronic Funds Transfer, NEFT. Now what is NEFT? Understand very properly. Under this system, whatever fund we want to transfer, it is directly transferred from one account to another account. Okay? I repeat, under the NEFT, whatever funds we have to transfer, that is directly transferred from one bank account to another bank account. So let's read. NEFT refers to a nationwide system that facilitates individuals, firms and companies to electronically transfer funds from any branch to any individual, any company or any firm having an account with any other bank branch in the country. So in short, from whichever bank account or whichever branch we want to transfer money, that can be sent. Clear? NEFT settles transaction in batches. Now this is very important point. Settle transaction in batches means, suppose today I make a payment to Mr. Y, maybe 200 rupee, correct? Then I make a payment to him 300 rupee, and then I make payment to him 500 rupee. So total how much did I pay him? I paid him 200 plus 300 plus 500, making it 1000 rupees I paid him, right? Now suppose from that side also Mr. Y is making me a payment. He is paying me 400 rupee. So can you calculate the net transaction? Net transaction means, indirectly if I say, I only have to pay 600 to him. Earlier I was paying him 1000 and he is giving me 400. So instead of paying full 1000, what do I do? I subtract his part and I only give him 600 rupees. So that will be making the net transaction same. Correct? So this is how is actually the NEFT working. The NEFT also does this net settlement basis. He says that if two parties are making transactions from both the end. That means I'm also paying something and the other party is also paying something. So what does it do? It does that plus minus, and whatever is the net amount, that is only transferred through NEFT. Understood? Again I'm explaining. Suppose you and your friend, you have to give your friend rupees 100. Your friend has to give you back 70 rupees. So your friend says, "Arey, you will give me 100, I will give you 70. Instead of that, what do? You directly give me 30. I'm understanding. That's how we are calculating the net balance. Same method is applied over here. Understood? Now this settlement is actually done at a particular point of time. Let's read. NEFT settlement takes place 6 times a day. Means at 9:30 the money will be sent, 10:30, 12 noon, 1 p.m, 3 p.m, 4 p.m. and 3 times during Saturdays. That means on Saturdays it is 9:30, 10:30 and 12 noon. Suppose if I am making a NEFT at 10 o'clock on Friday. So 10 o'clock on Friday means Friday is a weekday, so it will come under this category, and 10 o'clock means 9:30 slot has already gone. So my money will be sent in the 10:30 slot. Suppose I miss this slot and I go to get a NEFT done at 2 o'clock at the afternoon. So out of them, which slot will I be getting? I'll be getting the 3 p.m. slot. That means my money will be transferred through NEFT in this 3 p.m. slot. And suppose there is no settlement made, means I am only the person who has to make the payment, then my full amount will go. How will I subtract it? Suppose you only have to pay 100 rupee to your friend and your friend has to pay you nothing back, then only the 100 rupees will be transferred. Understood? In case the payment has to be made from both the parties, then this plus minusing is done. Otherwise, one transaction can also be done. And one more important thing, no minimum value. That means whatever amount of money we want to get it transferred through NEFT, that can be done. There is no minimum that this much you have to transfer through NEFT. Understood NEFT? Very simple. Coming to the next type, that is RTGS, real-time gross settlement. Now this is also a electronic system of transferring money from one account to another, but the difference over here is that plus minusing thing we are not going to do, and there is no slots as such. Suppose if I go at 2 p.m, then at 2 p.m my money will be transferred. Okay, that means real time. And gross basis means if you want to transfer 100 rupees to your friend, at the same time your friend has to pay you back 70 rupees, so that 100 minus 70, net value is 30, 30 will not get transferred. 100 will be transferred from your account to your friend's account, and 70 will be transferred from your friend's account to your account. Understood? Let's read. RTGS is a system where the transfer of money or securities takes place from one bank to another on real time and on gross basis. It means that the transactions are not subject to any waiting period. Whatever time I go, I get my money transferred, and is processed on a one-to-one basis without bunching or netting with any other transaction. Means my 100 will not get subtracted from my friend paying me 70 rupees. No. Without bunching, without calculating the net amount, it will be transferred on a separate basis. But the thing that we need to keep in mind over here, that it has a minimum value. Means if we have a transaction amounting to rupees 2 lakh or above, then only we can opt for RTGS. The basic difference between RTGS and NEFT is that RTGS transactions are processed continuously without any waiting time, without bunching, without netting. My transactions will be processed. But NEFT settles transactions in batches. Means they take out the net amount, or they wait for the slots 1 p.m, 3 p.m, 4 p.m. Understood? So they are making batches and then they are transferring the money. But over here, nothing like that. On the point, on the real time, my money will get transferred. Clear? RTGS. Very interesting, these two. Coming to the third method of making digital payment, that is Okay, there is a mistake here. It is not automatic, it is automated. Automated. Please take this into consideration. Automated teller machine. Now, what is an automated teller machine? Automated teller machine is a machine that is fully automatic, working for 24 hours a day. And what we can do from there, we can insert our card there, we can enter the PIN number, and whatever money I want to withdraw or I want to deposit, I can do it straight away there. This is very common. All of us must have seen an ATM, must have used also. Clear? Automated teller machine. Nothing to explain much. Just you have to keep in mind, it is automated, not automatic. Okay. The next type is a debit card. Now, what is a debit card? Okay. If I have a savings bank account or if I have a salary account, I will be issued a debit card. Now, what is a debit card actually? It is a plastic card where I have a specific electronic chip there, right? At the back of the debit card, I have a specific CVV number. I have a place to sign, and through that debit card, I will be able to make payments. Suppose we go to a shopping mall. We have done lots of shopping there, and we need to make payment, right? So for making the payment, what I do, I use my debit card. Now, in your previous visits, you might have seen that they offer you a rectangle kind of thing where all the number keypads are there, and in that machine actually we insert our card, we enter our PIN, and automatically the payment is done. Now, what is that machine called? That machine is actually the POS. Okay, POS machine is offered to us. But that is not our point of discussion. The point of discussion is that we can use the debit card to make immediate payment of any goods that we have purchased or any services that we have taken. Okay? And from what amount we can make the payment? Whatever amount is there in our bank account, up till that only we can make the payment. Right? Very simple, debit card. Number 5 comes credit card. Now, what is a credit card? Let's read. A credit card is issued to one of those customers who enjoy a very good reputation. First, let us understand the meaning of the word credit. Credit means giving some loan, right? So this loan or this credit card is given to such customers who have a good reputation. Or in that bank overdraft explanation we learned, na, trustworthy customers, same thing. See, it's written after that. It is a sort of overdraft facility. With this type of card, the holder can buy goods or obtain services up to a certain amount even without having sufficient deposit in their bank accounts. Similar concept to that of a bank overdraft. Just the thing is that we can withdraw the money with the help of a card. Suppose, same example, we are going to a shopping mall, we have done lots of shopping, and what do? In order to make payment, I use my credit card. My bill is rupees 10,000, but in my bank account there is only 8,000. So what do? I use my credit card. Instead, or in spite of there being only 8,000 in my bank account, I will be able to pay the bill of 10,000. How? Because the bank is giving me the facility of overdrawing money. Correct? Simple credit card. Now let us move to the last part, that is about the digital cash. Now what is this? Under this, the customer makes use of internet, okay, eCash software. Now what are eCash softwares? That Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay, okay. So we are using a software and we can make payments through our mobile or through our computers. So that is all about the digital cash. It is actually a new concept of online payment where we are using internet, we are using a eCash software. Example, Bheem is also there, okay. And then from there we can deposit money and we can withdraw money, we can make payments, whatever we want to do, we can do over here through taking help of the digital cash, right? So these were the different methods of making digital payment. So that is all for today. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.